So I kind of left a previous industry that I was working in, just wasn't for me, and basically had like no experience. I had no like kind of technical knowledge, no languages learned or anything like that, and I kind of was just like intrigued by it. So I kind of just reached out, just wanted to give it a go and see if it's for me. And then once I joined the program, after I finished all the, I guess, the learning content and the solo projects, and they were all like really good. Basically, started applying for places, and maybe it took me a month to land my first role for 70 to 80. Yeah. Yeah, so I was basically in a bachelor's, and it's a degree in like a healthcare, and didn't really like the kind. I was already working in it. I'd been working in it now for 5-ish years, and just realized like, you know what, like it's probably not for me. It's a great profession, but it was something that I realized like I'm not actually as interested in as it anymore. I was maybe 5 years back, and when I joined it, so that kind of led me to start looking around to pursue maybe something else. And I remembered I was kind of really good technologically, like just able to like kind of get into like the nitty-gritty stuff. And I guess I think it was more like the problem solving actually. And I realized like, oh, okay, maybe I can, if I can figure out, I guess, a profession where there's like a lot of problem solving. And I came across one of your videos. I think it talked about how a lot of some tech stuff is actually just problem solving, and like someone would pay you to actually be good at that. And I love that idea, and I just kind of I can try. I have nothing else like kind of holding me back, and yeah, kind of haven't looked back, and it's been really good for that part. It was more along the lines of like I came across your videos, and it was the way you were kind of explaining like logically. Like I think one of the big parts I liked is when you explained how like in the tech space, and like every other job space, there's always like that paradigm of to get experience, you need to work, but if you don't have experience, you can't get a job. So how you'd actually get over that. And I think you explained it really well with how in the tech space you can build your own projects after you like learn the kind of the languages, the whatever tools they are. And I love that because that resonated with me. I was like, okay, so it will still be hard, and there's different challenges, of course, but I just really like that sound logic, and just gave me the confidence to be like, you know what, I want to give this a try. And yeah, kind of just wanted to try your. I had seen other programs like all the other programs are more catered to other programs were kind of focusing on just like really good at all the coding stuff, which is awesome. But what's actually going to get you kind of hired? You were able to explain that logically in some of your videos as well, which I really liked. Yeah. I liked the community. That was one thing I took advantage of a couple times, especially when you're learning, like there's other people that are going through it and they're learning as well. Everyone comes from, all different aspects. So I like that aspect of the community. But I think the biggest one, there was two things that were really big was I think the accountability to have someone like kind of looking over, checking like how much you're kind of doing every day. I love that aspect. It is a lot about just little bits every day, and building on top of that from, how many hours are you doing a day, or how many lines of code you're doing a day, whatever it is. And then the other part was like just the actual program itself, like to go from crash course and then three like guided projects to then one solo project. I really like that because the crash course is great to like just bulk whatever you need to know about, say, a language or whatever it is, and then you go to the guided projects, kind of help us get through that. We can go at our own pace. Really like that. But then when you get to the solo project, it's all on you kind of thing, and you have to kind of get it perfect. But also, like, even if we make mistakes, again, you're looking for those things. So it's kind of like working at a place. So yeah, I really liked all those aspects, and they really helped me get confidence, I think. So I think a lot of people in this industry so far that I've seen, it is actually very much based on confidence. So if you can build that confidence very quickly, and not feel like an imposter, I think that's very good value for money in my head. Yeah, cool. So the first role, after I finished all the like the learning content, it then goes into the job search stuff, and a lot of that is to just get all your profile and the resume stuff kind of perfect. like job ready kind of thing. And because a lot of that is just when if you're on your own, it's kind of like you have to look up and try it, and then I think you can like get templates and stuff, but like it's always good to have an outside perspective too, like especially someone that has, gone through the industry, and kind of be like, look, I think this template is better for, to show off what you're good at, what your story is, and to kind of help you get started and just have a baseline of, right, this is what's really good for, say, a resume, basic cover letter and stuff. But, and then another part was building your own portfolio website, and all the projects that we built in the program were actually really good. And, especially for I think the last project, that project was, received really well by a lot of recruiters at the time when I was looking. And that kind of got me in the door for, two roles at the time. One of them didn't go through because I didn't have as much experience, but that's all right. It showed me that what I'm doing is, it is getting the attention. And then another role picked me up because like, yeah, we like this. You've shown what you can do, and just kind of went from there. And I started there and kind of just been working there for a while now. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It doesn't matter where you come from, whether you have a ton of experience. I think you can, or like none, like I had. I think you can really get a lot out of joining a program, doing it together with other people, having your mom to help kind of guide you. I think that's very helpful. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely recommend. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff on social media, and a lot of people are trying to sell you a course. I never felt that. I felt like this is very well structured, and going through it, especially now, I'm like, this was very well thought out. And it really did help in some areas that are like very challenging. Like, how do you get over no experience? That isn't an actual challenge. And you kind of helped me through that, like the accountability stuff. Kind of having someone look over you and guide you and be like, hey, like keep going. Like a lot of that stuff, it's a very simple service, but I don't think people realize how beneficial that is in your growth. And yeah, so if you're on the fence, like yeah, like there's other programs and stuff, but I think just trying something that maybe you wouldn't try before, and you'd be very surprised, I think, as well, because don't let I guess the thing is, don't let other like courses or people kind of put you off like good services. And I think at ASAP Front End, I think that's what really resonated with me and kind of pushed me over the edge.